Hi, welcome back to Moose Chemistry. This is Stoichiometry gram to gram lesson 1. How many grams of sodium sulfate will form if you start with 200 grams of sodium hydroxide and you have an excess of sulfuric acid? Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to go 200 grams. So let's go ahead and put that in there. So we got 200 grams of sodium hydroxide. All right. And we want to know how many grams of sodium sulfate, which is this guy right here, right? So we're going to multiply that by 1 mole of sodium hydroxide right here. And we're going to have to divide this by the molar mass. Now, the molar mass of sodium hydroxide, you have 1 Na, you have 1 oxygen, and 1 hydrogen. So this is going to be 22.99. This is going to be 16.00, and this is going to be 1.01. And of course, these are all grams per mole, right? So put that in there just like that. And when we do that, we're going to add this all up, and this is going to be 40.00 grams per mole of sodium hydroxide. So now we're going to put that number down here. Okay, so far, so good. Now we want to convert this into moles of sodium sulfate. So we have to look at the mole ratio. Right there, there's nothing there, so that's assumed to be a 1. So we have 2 moles of sodium hydroxide to 1 mole of sodium sulfate. Okay, so far so good. But we don't want moles of sodium sulfate, we want grams of sodium sulfate. So we're going to put 1 mole down here of sodium sulfate. And just like we did before, we're going to have to go ahead and figure out the molar mass of sodium sulfate. So let's go ahead and erase this real quickly. Okay, so we're just going to erase that there. And let's go ahead and let's figure that out. All right, so sodium sulfate, we have Na is 2 times 22.99, of course is grams per mole. S is sulfur, 1 times 32.07. Of course, that will be grams per mole. And then oxygen would be 4 times 16.00 grams per mole. So far, so good. All right, so when we add all that up, we get 142.05 grams per mole. So we're going to put that right up here. Now, this cancels that, that 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 cancels that, and that gives us a grand total of 355.12 grams of sodium sulfate. If you like this video, give us a like and consider subscribing so we can grow this channel. You guys be snarly, and we'll see you back here at Moose Chemistry.